beautiful day you guys ordered up to celebrate this beautiful class of 2025. I'm Sonia Cole. Yeah, give it up. I'm Sonia Cole, the principal of Sehome, and I have the honor of welcoming each of you to the Sehome High School graduation, celebrating the class of 2025. Please rise or remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by Aloha Car. Sign language interpretation is provided by Lumina Campaign, Annika Johnson, Gerardo Luviano Monterello, Zoe Marshall Snyder, Miles Rimmel, Lucy Major, Jessa Parfett, and Sydney Harry.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was amazing. Thank you so much. Now, please join me in welcoming Sehome staff member Natalie Ngayak to lead us in our land acknowledgement.
Thank you. We would like to take a few moments to acknowledge the land we gather on today. We, Bellingham Public Schools, acknowledge we are residing on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of Coast Salish peoples, including Lummi Nation and Nooksack Tribe. Lummi and Nooksack are the original inhabitants of Washington's northmost coastal region. Since time immemorial, Coast Salish people celebrated life on this land, the waterways, and on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded lands of their people to perpetuate their way of life. We honor their ancestors and acknowledge the past, present, and future Coast Salish people. Please join me in welcoming Parker Norman, Sehome ASB President, to share a few words.
Goyana Natalie for those fantastic words. My name is Parker Norman, and on behalf of the graduating class of 2025, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to our families, friends, faculty, and guests. Thank you for making the time to honor and recognize the amazing accomplishments of the students who stand before you today. During the ceremony, we are not just celebrating 4 years of high school, but an entire lifetime of education. Today marks a significant step in every student's journey, a step into the unknown, a step that leads us, for it feels like the first time in our lives, into a crossroad. Seniors, whatever you choose to do, I can assure you it will be different. There will be changes, but I stand here urging you to embrace it. You decide what you want your future to look like, and it all starts after today. It may feel scary or stressful, but I know you have what it takes to weather the storm. As the Mariners, we take pride in our resilience. Together, we have fought our way through floods, lockdowns, and even a pandemic. With this, I know you have what it takes to face the future. As we celebrate the achievements of this graduating class, it's important to recognize that none of us got here alone. To the parents, guardians, siblings, teachers, coaches, counselors, and friends who have always had our back and never thought twice about giving us a helping hand. We truly couldn't have done it without you. Before I hand over the mic, I would like to say that over this past year, it has been my distinct honor to serve as your 2024-2025 ASB President. And I would like to take a brief moment to thank you all. Without you, the students, the teachers, the staff, Sehome would be nothing but an empty building. But together, we create somewhere special. The community that we have cultivated, one that encourages hard work, and dedication, and creativity, has turned our place of learning into something a lot more valuable, an anchor in our lives. Go Mariners! Please join me in welcoming Ellis Hawkins, who was selected by the senior class to share a few words for the class of 2025.
Thank you, Parker. Good afternoon, staff, administrators, families, friends, and the Sehome High School graduating class of 2025. My name is Ellis Hawkins, and I'm honored to have been the ASB Vice President of Sehome High School this past year. It's also an honor to have been selected by the class of 2025 to say a few words today. I didn't expect it, but I'm humbled to stand before you today. Before I begin, I would like to thank a few people. To my mom and dad, thank you for teaching me to take one bite at a time out of life's challenges, and for teaching me how to talk and walk and all that boring stuff. To my grandparents, thank you for standing by me and keeping up with my constantly evolving interests as I've grown up. To my fellow ASB executive officers, Parker, Jessa, Vince, Kyla, and Montana, thank you for making this past year of leadership the best and most impactful one in the recent history of Sehome. And to the Sehome staff, teacher or not, who taught me everything from the chain roll to how to be a good leader, thank you. And to my friends and teammates out in the audience, you know who you are, thank you for being there, it meant the world. As some of you will know, I'm a bit of a stats guy, so I'd like to start off with a number today, 1,377. It's been 1,377 days since we stepped through the doors of Sehome High School for the first time. Some of you loved those days, and if we're honest, some of you hated them, and that's totally okay. No matter the level of enjoyment, engagement, or academic success you had in high school, these past 4 years have had an outsized impact on all of us in innumerable ways. I know it sounds really cliche, but from the short ones who became tall, to the quiet ones who became loud, and all the other changes in between, we all have witnessed each other evolve into who we are today, and that's a beautiful thing. It was difficult at times, but we made it to the other side, so take a moment to enjoy that. But don't take too long, because something else I've observed is that this class is one of the most gregarious, powerful, and diverse groups of people that I have ever met. We need to take something and do something. We need to take that and do something with it. My apologies. I know for a fact that all of the people in this crowd are candidates to become the visionary that will heal the world of the ailments we currently face. Environmentally, socially, culturally, it doesn't matter. There's someone or some group here that truly will change the world with their talent. There's so many options for how we will use our talents after this. It's up to us to decide when we will use them, though. After we walk out of here today and get on the buses back to Sehome, we won't have those pesky truancy laws dictating when and where we go each day. We won't have Peggy telling us to repark our cars, the daily dad joke, the fire drill during anchor, the constantly changing anchor schedule, or the chime of the bell during passing period. For many of us, that will be a blessing, but simultaneously, it's going to be a scary transition. We cannot let that fear stop us, though. As Ms. Tucker said during her speech last year, fear is not the enemy. It's not a sign of weakness or inadequacy. Rather, it's a natural response to the unknown. And certainly, we're entering a period of the unknown. For many of you, thinking about what the next year, month, or even week holds is a daunting experience. But think about it. We've already trodden through the unknown so many times. So it's not something to be scared about. For example, think about what your freshman self was thinking 1,377 days ago about who you would be now. You probably weren't sure how you'd end up. If I were to tell my 14-year-old self about the position I'm in right now, he'd be shocked that he's speaking before you today. This uncertainty we're facing, though daunting right now, is something you've already experienced. So embrace it. Don't plan things out too closely and enjoy the ride. We can take comfort in the fact that the memories of our past will guide us into the future. And soon, the past will be our 1,377 days at Sehome. We've played our games, ran our races, attended our meetings, passed our classes, spent a little too much money at Burrito King and Wendy's, and here we are. Now it's our turn to use the memories of our time at Sehome as we wade into the future. As I was writing the speech, I was thinking back to what has happened in our 1,377 days here like Parker. We were the last Sehome class with COVID regulations. We lived through the grand floods, both inside and outside of the building, wildfires, a cold freeze, a wild presidential election, and a time of increased division and polarization. And if we made it through mostly unscathed to today, that proves that this group of people is unstoppable. So along with being a stats guy, I'm also a quote guy, and I'd like to end this speech with one from Mr. Schroyer one last time. Be smart, make good decisions, but if you have to make bad decisions, do it safely. Let's go take on the world, Mariners. Anchors away. Thank you. Now, the Sehome High School Chamber Choir will perform Dedicated to the One I Love, which is arranged by Loman Pauling and Ralph Bass, arranged by Audrey Snyder. The Sehome Choir is directed by Ms. Vanessa Katz.
While I'm far away from you, baby, I know it's hard for you, my baby, because it's hard for you, my baby. Darkest hours just before dawn.
Each night before you go to bed, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby, and then tell all the stars above, this is dedicated to the one I love. Can never be exactly like we want it to be.
I could be satisfied knowing you love me.
There's one thing I want you to do, especially for me, and it's something everybody needs. Everybody needs. While I'm far away from you, my baby, because it's hard for me, my baby, when the darkest hour is just before dawn. I'm far away from you, my baby. Whisper a little prayer for me, my baby, and then tell all the stars above, this is dedicated to the one I love. This is dedicated to the one I love. To the one I love.
Thank you, choir. Each year, our senior class votes on a Sehome faculty speaker. This year, the staff speaker that was selected is Mr. Max Zentner. He is an inspiring educator who brings history to life for his students, leads with passion as our leadership teacher. He is known for his unwavering dedication to cultivating student voice and building a strong school community. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Zentner.
In the spring of 2008, I was finishing up my sophomore year of high school in Eastern Washington. I'd had my driver's license for 5 months and figured, it's a good time to get a job. Ignorant as I was at the time, I failed to calculate 3 critical facts. 1, like many teenagers, I had little to no marketable skills. 2, I would have been described by others as irrationally confident, leading me to grossly overestimate my marketplace value. And the 3rd, most crucially, I was looking for a job with a blank resume smack dab in the middle of the Great Recession. So I poked around the town's Soul movie theater for openings. I inquired if my exquisite taste could be used at the local art gallery. I ran a resume down to the grocery store thinking that with my organizational skills, I was a shoo-in as a bagger. Alas, it was crickets. And then the clouds parted and a beam of light shone down on me. Good old Uncle Bart called out of the blue. Can you believe it? He asked if I might like to spend the summer in Wisconsin working construction. Absolutely, I replied, certain I'd be making bank in no time. I hung up the phone, strutted into the living room to find my parents, eager to brag about the sweet gig I'd lined up. Yeah, pretty much blue collar now, Mom and Dad, I said. Uncle Bart says he needs me to help save the company or something. They feigned surprise and brisked an attaboy. I was utterly convinced I alone was responsible for landing a job, and it was my excellent reputation as an outstanding young man that had made it happen. This is no joke. Turns out, I was just another statistic supporting the argument that often it's not what you know, it's who you know. Because, by God, I did not know much. As I'm sure you've all figured out by now, it was my parents who'd initiated the call with my uncle, desperate to A, get me out of the house, and B, give me some experience in the workplace. Regardless, here it was. It was my big shot, my first taste of the real world. I was on the payroll, and I intended to do my best. And by the end of my first week, I'd accomplished the following. I spent 3 hours prepping the wrong room for drywall the next day. I spilled an absurd amount of diesel fuel on freshly poured concrete. And I arrived an hour and a half late delivering crucial materials to a job site because I didn't really understand that just because you can technically drive faster on the freeway doesn't mean it's the fastest route. So surprisingly to no one except me, I was terrible at the job. The guys I worked with, on the other hand, they were incredible. True craftsmen who'd developed remarkably efficient skills in their trade. And despite my ineptitude, they put in effort to get to know me, ask about my ambitions, experiences, and even sometimes my opinions. Sure, I was the butt of a lot of jokes, but ultimately, they were folks who treated me like a person. Specifically, a person who could grow and develop just as they had. Now, a Disney version of this story would have me slowly realizing my potential as Springsteen blasts over a montage of me developing skills and building relationships. That wasn't my reality at all. I got better, but not much better. And skills aside, the real problem was that all summer, I'd unknowingly been a social pariah, rubbing my coworkers the wrong way for months. And when these thoughtful guys took interest in me, asking if I was apprenticing and wanted to work in the trades, my answer revealed a bias that I wasn't aware that I had at the time. That for some reason I'd thought blue-collar work was somehow an inferior career path. No way, I'd reply, I'm definitely going to college. Or, this job has really shown me why school is important. It is embarrassing to think back on my comments. I was completely oblivious that I was implying that their work was undesirable, unsophisticated, and unworthy. And I didn't understand the work and education that had gone into them learning their trade, nor was I able to comprehend the value they were adding to society. I was given a great opportunity, and not only botched the work, but laid to waste olive branches I was being offered to build relationships that could have made me better. And behind the scenes, good old Uncle Bart was keeping tabs on my progress. He must have been so disappointed when he received notes from the field of my contributions. And I think that a lot of people in Bart's position with that kind of power would have apologized to the guys I worked with and said something along the lines of, well, luckily he's only here for a few months, or what are you gonna do, he's family. But my uncle did a very hard thing. He had a very direct conversation explaining just how I was coming across to others, just how I was deficient in my work. He said, Max, you're disrespecting these guys in their profession. This is how they feed their families, they put pride into their work. And that was incredibly hard for me to hear at the time. But that directness was what I needed. I mean, obviously I wasn't self-aware enough. And that's why I'm so lucky that Bart is my uncle. That conversation forced me to start looking at myself differently and to take true ownership over my life. I mean, it seems absurd to point to one moment in time, but it really woke me up. At 16, I didn't have the awareness or humility to see the role I played in my own shortcoming. And thankfully, I had people in my life with character enough to push me to take responsibility for my failures and not just my successes. And when I went back to my hometown, I was diligent not to forget to consider other perspectives, how my subconscious bias may be showing through, and that when things aren't going so well for me, it's me. I'm the critical variable to look at first. And what stuck with me most in the nearly 2 decades since that summer is something I see all around me, but it's especially prevalent among young adults. It's really easy to wrap yourself in a warm embrace when things are going well, and when they don't, to point fingers anywhere but at yourself. And the reality should be the opposite. We're here to celebrate your accomplishments, it's true, and the work you've put in to reach this milestone. But the story of your graduation is not just about you. It's about all of these people. It's about all the people in your life who helped get you here. Maybe that's your parents, your grandparents, aunts and uncles, a friend, maybe even, like me, an employer. I implore every one of you to take the time after this to show meaningful gratitude to those in your life who've sacrificed in your behalf, who've encouraged your development, and who've cared for you enough to have hard conversations. We're also here to signal a transition in your life. The burden of responsibility is about to fall a lot more squarely on your shoulders. I know, as Ellis and Parker have mentioned, that you're going to find a lot of success in what comes next. But what I'm equally sure about is that you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes academically, socially, professionally. The thing that's uncertain is how you'll respond when adversity strikes. Do you have the humility to listen? Will you pass the blame and ignore your faults? Or will you own them and try your best to do and be better? Thank you. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the Sehome High School Senior Orchestra, who'll be performing Kiss from a Rose by Seal, arranged by Sehome Senior Jaeyoon Lee. The Sehome Orchestra is directed by Miss Kirsten Dowd. Thank you.
orchestra. That was incredible as always. I'm honored to stand before you this afternoon as we celebrate you, the class of 2025. Today marks the culmination of your hard work, growth, and perseverance, a testament to the unique journey each of you has taken to reach this milestone. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to the staff at Sehome High School. You are the backbone of our school, nurturing curiosity, inspiring growth, and creating a safe and welcoming environment for each of these students. Today, I'd like to especially honor two of our extraordinary educators who are retiring this year, Ms. Randall Crawford and Mr. Phil Hinnock. Ms. Crawford, your passion for the arts has sparked creativity and given students a powerful medium to express themselves and to see the world from new perspectives. Mr. Hinnock, you have spent decades encouraging curiosity and critical thinking, often reminding us, as Ted Lasso so wisely said, to be curious and not judgmental. Your dedication in nurturing students' love for learning has left an enduring mark on our school community. Thank you both for your years of service and deep impact you have made on your combined 72 years of teaching. A huge thank you to Dr. Camille Mora, Monica Contreras, and Kim Kirk and all of the other Sehome staff for their tireless efforts to make this graduation ceremony a success. Thank you to Mr. Holtgeertz and the entire video production crew for live streaming today so that people around the world can see these lovely humans. And thank you to our district office team for your work putting together this celebration. To the parents and families, thank you for your unwavering support and love. You have cheered from the sidelines, stayed up late helping with projects, provided guidance through both triumphs and struggles. This moment is much a celebration of your commitment as it is of the students' achievements. Thank you for being their first teacher and greatest champion. It's been an incredible 4 years watching each of you graduates come into your own. This week, we had an opportunity to celebrate their accomplishments through a variety of events, the Senior Award Night, the final assembly on Thursday. As each of these graduates walked into the gym on Thursday through a tunnel of Sehome staff who love them and a roaring crowd of fellow Sehome students, I took a moment to look at each one of them as individuals. One incredible human after another entered that gym. I thought of all the laughter, creativity, and beauty that you have each brought to our school, the deep thinking, hard conversations, opportunities for growth and learning, the incredible artwork, intricate projects created in our shop. You've definitely made the most of your time at Sehome, and you have made us better as a community. It has been my absolute honor to see you grow from the 9th grade orientation on the baseball field, as you'll recall, to here this moment on Civic Field. Today, we celebrate not just the remarkable achievements of the class of 2025, but the vibrant community that has helped shape each of you into the individuals you are. As you sit here in your caps and gowns, you represent so much more than just hard work and determination. You represent the beautiful diversity that makes our school and the world beyond it thrive. Each of you brings something unique to the table, your perspectives, your passion, and your talents. Imagine for a moment if we were all the same. What if every one of these graduates pursued the same career, thought the same way, or solved problems in the same manner? A world full of doctors, but no mechanics. Artists, but no engineers. Thinkers, but no doers. Our community certainly wouldn't thrive. It couldn't even function. The strength of any community lies in its differences. It is in the way a mechanic solves a problem with innovation, or an artist challenges us to see the world through a different lens. It is in the conversations that we have with those who see the world differently than we do, the moments when we learn to listen, and the courage it takes to grow. Graduates, as you step into the next chapter of your lives, remember this: the world needs you to be unapologetically you. Your voice, your perspective, and your contributions are vital to this community and any community that you decide to build and belong to. Take the connections you've made here, the lessons you've learned, and the understanding of your values as a unique individual and carry them forward. Lean into the power of community and never underestimate the impact you can have when you embrace both your individuality and the shared responsibility we have to one another. Sehome class of 2025, go boldly into your next steps. Embrace who you are, celebrate the accomplishments you have made over the past 4 years, and create a diverse community around you wherever life takes you. I wish I could have a front row seat to watch each one of you as your beautiful lives play out. Come visit us. Let us know how you've changed the world. Just make sure that you buzz in and check in at the main office. Go change the world, Mariners. Today, it is my honor as principal of Sehome to certify to the Bellingham Public School Board and the superintendent of Bellingham Public Schools, Dr. Greg Baker, that these Sehome students, the class of 2025, have met and in many cases far exceeded all of the requirements of graduation as set forth by Washington state law and the Bellingham Public Schools. Dr. Baker, Bellingham School Board, it is with great pride that I present to you the Sehome graduating class of 2025.
Thank you, Ms. Cole. And I'd also personally like to take a minute just to thank a number of people as well, our family and friends that are here today, our staff at Sehome, as well as our staff across our school district. Many of our students yesterday got to go visit their elementary schools and see their staff from years ago. Very powerful. I'd also like to thank our team that helped support putting on our ceremony today, as well as our school board and the community at large. And to our graduates, thank you for the 13 years that you've given of yourself to make this a better place, this district and this community. There's a tradition that I have the honor to continue, which is to give you a last couple words of advice from some of our most amazing students. And do you know who those are? Yep, you've heard, our kindergartners. So each year, our team goes out and meets with our current kindergartners and asks them for some advice to share with our graduates today. So I get the honor to relay some of their thoughts. The first thing that we asked our kindergartners this year was, what do they think graduation will be like 13 years from now for them? First student said, well, probably super boring and weird. Next student, is it like kindergarten? Do people give high fives? I hope there are lots of balloons. Second question, there's three that I'm going to share with you today. The second question was to our kindergartners, what do you look forward to after graduation? So in a few minutes for you. Here's what some of our current kindergartners dream about for this moment. Get a cat that looks like my last cat, Luna Bell. Play with Barbie Dreamhouse. Play games and color and eat toast and go camping. Eat a lot of chocolate. And does that start with a C or a K? Buy a race car and go to singing school. The last one, eat donuts and chocolate and ice cream until I puke them all up, and then I can ride a roller coaster and eat fruit so I have a balanced diet. Tell you, they're brilliant. The last question we asked our kindergartners this year was, what do you want to do after graduation? So these are 5 and 6 year olds thinking about when they're 17 and 18 and what do they want to do after they graduate. First student, I would like to work at the food bank or be a veterinarian. I want to go to Minecraft and be a man named Steve because you can change your name when you're older. I want to go and move to Australia. I'll work where my dad works and I'll clean teeth at the dentist. I want to help third graders. And the last one, what do you want to do after you graduate? Well, I guess I turn into an adult and I need to work, maybe at Fred Meyer. So graduates, on behalf of all the people in the stands here, the entire school district, the entire city, and our kindergartners, congratulations. Well done.
Madison Aloha Carr. Parker Evans Norman. Ellis Gray Hawkins. Lucy Jean Major. Sunny Zoe Marshall Schneider. Jessa Marie Parfait. Miles Alden Remmel. Oliver Zane Resnick. Emerson Olivia Ann Lee. Henry Anthony Livesey. Leah Ruth Ann Lockwood. Charlie Raymond Love. Story May Lowe. Sophia Luniba. Gerardo Liviano Monterola. Emmett Madigan. Cohen Robert Matthew. Solomon McAllister. Addison Ray McAllister. Cooper David McAtee. Christina Grace McAvoy. Jake Brian McFarland. Carter Luke McGaffick. Ryder James McGrath. Marley Malia McMahon. Jae Yoon Lee. Carter Alexander Lim. Rowan Carter Maiden. Augustus Rock McGee Kenny. Claire Elizabeth Miller.
Nina Aguilar. Ifalua Aluwatani Akire Ade. Carlton Renald Bach. Lucy Jane Ballou. Zaira Bazante Guzman. Madeline Behrens. Evan Orenma Bermudez. Grady Morgan Bernhard. Tegan May Barrett. Sophia Michelle Bettine. Grady Emmett Gober Boudreau. Adrian David Bauer. Stephen Wayne Boyd. Isabel Rose Bridgeforth. Kylie Elise Peterson. Jaden Thomas Burmester. Bindi Bay Burgon. Cora Elizabeth Burns. Michael Caballero. Catherine McLean Carlson. Camden Scout Charlie. Zachary Chai. Colby Ernest Chambers. Josiah Malik Champion. Lumina Claire Compagne. Sydney Aaron Harry. Annika Kenise Johnson. Fenyu Liu. Trya Eden Mitchell.
Anya Alton Miyake. Rumi G. Mosef. Aiden Christian Montano. Blake Stewart Moore. Victor Giovanni Moreno. Charlotte Pepper Lalone Moss. Chris Monksul. Mason David Merck. Jude Latham Murphy. Diego Nava. Kyle Yowu Nair. Grant Benjamin Oliver. Luca Robert Paglia. Morgan Kathleen Parnot. Rebecca Sue Peterson. Miguel Anthony Portillo. Lucas Dean Potter. Catcher Luke Prescar. Ella Reese Pritchard. Audie Primo. Oliver Lawrence Quisenberry. Darian III Robbie Jr. Jem Rose Ramos. Chloe Noelle Rapay James. Dianelle Ray. Anthony Antonio Renteria. Levi Wyatt Marshall. Abigail Golightly Rusk. Eleanor Lynn Scoggins. Scarlett Justice Shreve.
Kai Erickson Arthur. Jacob Baker Balsiger. Garrison Bass. Finnegan Isaac Bowman. Micah Bunn. Leighton Ching. Yi Shen Chu. Devin K. Chong. Esmeralda Cyprian Meza. Haylene Oliva. Evan Craig Clayton. Bella Ray Connell. Paige Cook. Adelaide Sandra Corsack. Franca Belika Costanzo. Twilight Ajax Cox. Samantha Ashley Crovo. Christian Anthony Colmine. Wyeth Patrick Daly. Olivia Madeline Day. Avery Wheeler DeVere. Joaquim Holoka Dooley. Elliot Dorn. Fraser Rayburn Reich Duncan. Maxwell William Durand. Benjamin Irving Dworkin. Elsa Augustine Ekdahl. Eva Octavia Ekdahl. Josie Jane Ellis. Ethan Arthur Esgett.
Jackson Rex Rogers. Angel Emmanuel Rojas. Samuel Henry Rosbach. Antavius Allen Rush. Benjamin Michael Ryan. Finnegan Walsh Sadelkus. Araceli Santos. Soren Frederick Sargent. Theodore McLaughlin Shearer. Ruth Claire Schley. Liam Dean Schumacher. Savi Sharma. Samantha Molly Shine. Catherine Lily Shelton. Joanna Silva. Kaylin Marissa Smith. Will Tipton. Kaiser Allen Smithson. Longshore Sneed. Henry Soncardi. Adeline Sparks. Hunter Jack Stafford. Sophia Grace Steensland. Ariana Bala Sullivan. Luke Edward Sutton. Kelly Ann Swearens. Lydia Kate Sweats. Thrace Easton Byrne Sims. Anna Slober. Galane Takale.
Eugenia Che. Lily Bija Connett. Adia? Okay. Adia Charlotte Ellsworth. Jackson Stephen Evans. Chelsea Fortna. Henry Owen Fry. Grady James Evans. Emery Narcissa Ewing. Lillian B. Barabee Fleming Gale. Hayden Friesen. Grayson Roger Fry. Ayla Paige Gable. Samuel Gallardo. Nicholas Anthony Gargano. Javoa. Penelope Beatrice Giroux. Skylar Gillum. Katri Glanzer. Maya Lucia Jean Gonzalez. Samuel Alexander Greenfield. Bodie Hugh Groom.
There you go, Mike. Don't mess it up.
Fisher Joseph Hall. Jake Slater Hatzel. Sage Marie Haas. Slater William Hawk. Noah Rishi Hawkins. Oscar Hayes Fegley. Benjamin Soren Hedge. Colton Barkett Hines. Jacob O. Henderson. Robert Baker Henkel.
Ruby Evelyn Thomas. Ryder David Sire. Heath Terry. Gina Lorado Thompson. Haley Morgan Marie Tull. Sebastian Crooks Vahid. Demuel Alejandro Vargas Ocasio. Annabelle Naomi Vickers. Beatrice June Walters. Destiny Seashell Walter. Taryn Walters. Gabriella Sage Waltz. Lily Marie Warren. Cameron Lawrence Warwick. Damian Derek Watson. Andre Priest Watson. Laura Ann Webb. Cooper Toby Wilson. Corey Tremont Woodfork Jr. Ethan Paul Woolman. Jack Connor Wrightson. Audrey Elizabeth Zecha. Rudy James Zurcher. Ava May McCullum Wetzel. Winter Sky Wright.
Noah Spencer Kazuki Humphreys. Colton Dean DeMars. Jason Allen Henson. Olivia Nicole Hernandez. Miriam Jimena Guadalupe Hernandez Rodriguez. Julian Vaughn Herring. Clarice Olivia Hickey. Francis K. Higgins. Lavina Marquita Higgins. Amelia Rose Hughes. Max Michael Hunter Latta. Colin James Huntley. Abigail Noel Hutchison. Logan Jackson. Ava Jett. Charlie Pepper Johnson. Felix Wesley Johnson. Jasper Johnston. Chevelle Elena Ann Ulani Kalava. Olive Nell Kimberly. Caitlin King. Scarlett Snow King. Parker David Knapp. Stephen Cole Kovacevic. Nicholas Jason LaMonica. Brendan Michael LaPlante. Beatrice Amelia Larson. Crew Marie Larson. Levasseur? Haley Levasseur.
Congratulations, class of 2025. Let's give these guys one more big round of applause. At this time, would our ASB senior representatives, Fengyu Liu, Tria Mitchell, Miles Rimmel, rather, and Oz Resnick, would you please come to the stage, and you'll help with the turning of the tassel. As they come up here, would you please note that the throwing of the caps will conclude our ceremony. In a few moments, we will release our graduates to the buses to return to Sehome High School. We ask that you remain in the stands until our graduates can get to the buses so that we can meet you there as quickly as possible to celebrate. All right, here we go.
Fellow members of the class of 2025, please rise. As we come to the pinnacle of our ceremony, it is time to partake in two cherished traditions that symbolize the culmination of our hard work and the beginning of our next chapter, the turning of the tassel and the throwing of our caps.
First, we will turn the tassel of our caps from the right side to the left. If you ever forget which side our tassel goes on, remember that we wear it on the left side over our hearts to remind us that we are Sehome Mariners. This simple act is the official recognition of our academic achievements. Graduates, please join me in turning your tassels.
Now it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for, the throwing of the caps. The throwing of the cap signifies the joyous culmination of years of hard work, the friendships that we've made along the way, and the exciting beginning of new adventures and opportunities.
On the count of three, let's throw our caps high and proud as we embrace the excitement of what lies ahead. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, class of 2025.